Hi everyone, welcome to the Pace Studio in Midtown Manhattan. We're very lucky this afternoon to have Gabrielle Shonk.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Do you want to introduce everyone who's playing with you today?
Yes, we have Jessie Caron on the guitar today, Pierre-Emmanuel Baudouin on the drums, Cédric Martel on the bass, Gabrielle Desjardins on the keys, and Simon Pedneau on the guitar.
Bonjour, everyone.
Bonjour.
That is pretty much all of my French except for bad words. So thank you guys so much for being here with us today. Let's jump right in. You've got 4 songs for us today. We're really lucky. Tell us about the first one you're going to play.
This first one is called Free. It's actually the first song off of my first record that just came out last Friday, so September 29th. It's actually the song that kind of started the whole process of the making of the record, which is pretty cool. Simon produced the record, and it's the first song I kind of sent in to him and we worked on together. So it's kind of funny how it starts off everything, but it was a good starting point, I guess.
Awesome. Yeah. Take it away whenever you're ready.
When the clock gets true, we'll say our goodbyes, 'cause I'll be leaving without any ties. I don't know when I'll be back. Gotta find my way, gonna chase my path. I'm gonna set myself free. When back the days that I've wasted. When the clock gets full, I'll be long gone. I'll be moving on to a life unknown. I don't want you to wait for me. When we meet again, I'll help you understand. I'm gonna set myself free. When back the days that I've wasted, I've learned to drive for miles, head back to where I'm from. Where the boys are tall and the weather's warm, where stars are falling from the flag of freedom, where dreams fly high way up in the sky. Oh, tell me, have you ever heard of it? I never felt like I belonged.
Sounds awesome, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'm really excited that we have like basically a full band setup in here. We don't always get to do that here in the Pace Studio, but also because the first time I saw you, the only time I've seen you perform, I was completely caught off guard. It was at the, forgive my pronunciation, Festival d'été de Quebec.
Yeah.
Last summer.
Oh, cool.
And I walked into this club downtown, away from like the Plains of Abraham, and this place was packed, and you guys were crushing it. And I assume it was like a room full of locals who knew you and loved you, and it was such a great setup. I was so impressed. And it's interesting to me that you spoke about that last song as kind of one of the ones that first started off your career, but I remember hearing Habit around the time of the festival last summer, and then reading that song existed in other forms up to like 5 years ago. So I was wondering if you could just talk to us a little bit about kind of the creation of the album and how some of these songs have gone through many different forms.
Yeah. Well, I've been writing songs since I was 14. I'm now 29, so it's been a while, and I've never released anything, so this is like my first record. So when, like, Free was the starting point of making the record. Habit was kind of the starting point of how this all got introduced to the world, I guess. So yeah, at the show, it was a little, like, not very long after Habit was released, so yeah, it was really cool to have all those people from Quebec City come and hear us play. And so, yeah, a bunch of these songs, when we came and sat down and did like pre-production, we had fun, like sat in the studio and kind of revisited a few of these songs that I had and had been carrying over the years that hadn't been released, obviously. We were kind of like, oh, okay, this one fits, this doesn't fit. We kind of had an idea. I had an idea of where I wanted it to go. I wanted it to be a bit more folk. I'd been doing a lot of jazz at the time, and I just wanted there to be like jazz colors and influences, but I kind of wanted to go back to my roots, which are really like folk pop and singer-songwriter. So yeah, we grabbed a bunch of the songs and kind of recycled them. So a few of these songs have been written for a while, but they really have like a second life and a new life, I guess. And yeah, so I guess that's kind of what happened. I wrote new ones also that are on there, and obviously, but that's the story about Habit too. I had written it with Jesse a while back, and it was kind of jazzy, and Simon got the idea to kind of transform it, and it actually made total sense. I feel like the song like came together at that point, and it had so much more meaning also to the lyrics and everything. So yeah, it's kind of what happened.
So how many songs do you have like left over that you could just like pull out of a hat and just be like, and
Good
new
question.
music?
Not many. I guess 2 songs didn't make the cut for the record, or we could have kind of pushed them. We didn't really develop them, but other than that, yeah, not that much. I think we pretty much recycled. Obviously, some songs I didn't even present to them. I mean, because it made no sense to me to kind of go back there. But yeah, no, I don't have many songs that are hanging around waiting to come out.
Well, it's okay considering
Yeah.
the record of 10 new songs
There'll be more.
just came
obviously.
out. Well, tell us about the next one then.
Oh, cool. So this one is Raindrops, right? We're doing Raindrops, yeah. Okay. This is actually the second song of the record that was released. Also one that I've been carrying for a while that was completely transformed. And yeah, I guess it's just another failed love song or something like that. Here it goes.
decide if I stay or I go? Why is it that I never seem to know? Can't seem to decide if I stay or I go. Why is it that I never seem to know? Raindrops dripping down my window, I just watch the wind blow away the leaves. Leaves are drifting down the pavement. It feels like my soul in so many ways. So I try and I try, but I can't, no I can't, no I can't. And I know it's not right, but I can't, no I can't, no I can't let go. Can't seem to decide if I stay or I go. Why is it that I never seem to know? Can't seem to decide if I stay or I go. Why is it that I never seem to know? Oh, can't seem to decide if I stay or I go. Why is it that I never seem to know?
So I hear that you come from a creative household, that both of your parents are artists. I was wondering if you could tell us about what your parents do, what your upbringing was like, and how that has influenced your career. Like, did they, steer you away from like the artist lifestyle, or did they push you into it? How much has their experiences in the arts like affected your own?
They definitely pushed me into, well, they didn't push me into it. They encouraged me when I had an interest for music, which came at a very young age. Like, I think I started singing when I started talking, basically, and writing songs like when I was 8 or 10, just like dance songs. I loved the Backstreet Boys back then. So, so I guess my dad's a musician. My mom is a teacher, a graphic design teacher. So my mom's from Quebec City. My dad is actually from Glen Rock, New Jersey. So I was born here. So my first language is English, but I moved to Quebec when I was like 6. So grew up and learned French my whole life. So I guess I have like that dual culture kind of thing coming from my parents too. And yeah, them being artists, both of them, it had a huge influence on me because when I had interest in music, they were obviously open to it, and my parents sent me to singing lessons. My dad got me my first guitar. And when I finished high school, came the time where I asked myself, I was like, oh, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? What am I going to go study in university and stuff like that? And so I remember my dad telling me, he was like, well, what do you love? What are you passionate about? What have you been doing forever? And I was like, oh, music. So he said, well, you have your answer. And so I went on and studied music in college back in Quebec. And yeah, so I pushed through, wrote some songs, and here I am today.
Kind of a break between like college and here today, though.
Yeah.
I read you also did some teaching or like taught music a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? Or is that just kind of the thing that musicians do is like on the side as they teach to hustle?
I guess a lot of people try it. It's not for everyone. Not everyone that's a good musician is a good music teacher.
That is so true.
Yeah. So, and I feel like music teachers are so important. Like, in my upbringing too, like the teachers I had along the way made a huge difference in my interest in how I evolved as a singer and as a musician. So it's not to be taken lightly. I think a lot of people kind of do it, aren't necessarily good at it. I don't know if I was really good at it. I liked it though. It taught me a lot about me and my voice too, trying to like have to coach different voices. And yeah, I think I grew a lot as a person and as a singer by doing it. And oh yeah, I had students for like 4 years. It was so fun to just watch them grow, and something really nice about that. And now they're all kind of
so proud.
Yeah,
now.
they're all like rooting for me, and so it's pretty cool.
Did your parents give you any sort of like insider tips of like how to navigate this crazy industry? I feel like for a lot of us who come into creative fields kind of blind, we just like make our mistakes and then learn from them. But to have like, you know, people who are close to you be like, maybe don't sign that contract without reading it, or I don't know, any other helpful hints that you got from them, life lessons.
I think, well, obviously, but I think they've had faith in me and my decisions throughout this whole process of the record. They were probably super scared and probably maybe even more stressed than I was, but they kind of kept it quiet and really kind of always, they were there in like the down parts and like encouraging me to keep going and pushing me, and just being like, hey, things will go great, just like listen to yourself, you have good judgment, I guess, and so just go with your gut, I guess. So they kind of helped me. But I guess, they were pretty nervous, but they were nice enough to not make it, like, show too much. Yeah.
Fair. Well, tell us about the next song you're going to play.
Yes. So, I need the guitar for this one. So this is actually the song, the reason why we're probably all here today. A song called Habit, which I talked about earlier. And, so this one was released almost a year and a half ago, I guess. Yeah. Spring of 2016, and it's brought me a long way. It was really cool, and I still love this song. It's one of my favorites off of the record, so we'll play it for you guys.
You've got a habit of breaking things, bursting bubbles and hearts on strings. You've got a habit of breaking things, looking for trouble with your list of flames. Using people, you get what you want, no matter what the cost. You've got a habit of using people. You seem in control, but inside you're lost. You play your games with no rules and no sense of respect. You live your life like a joke.
So, if you dig far enough on the internet, you can find pretty much anything.
Okay. This is
So-
making me nervous.
I saw that you were on The Voice in
Yes.
Canada.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, which is objectively better, The Voice in Canada or The Voice in America? Or does anyone actually
I
give
mean,
a shit?
The Voice in America, obviously. But that's not even to be like a stuck up or anything. It's just, I think the judges just don't compare, I guess.
I don't
But
watch
I mean,
either.
I love everyone that's on The Voice in Quebec and in Canada. But I mean, yeah. There's something bigger, much bigger going on here, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, what did that experience though like teach you about like becoming your own artist? Because like here there's, I don't want to say a stigma, but like you go on a show, like a reality show, and you're expected to kind of like play some version of yourself that's probably inauthentic. You're more than likely covering someone else's song.
Yeah.
And then like, if you're lucky enough to have a career afterwards, it's like, but you're always, that's always attached to you. It's like, oh, well, you started off on that game show.
Yeah.
So what did that experience teach you about being your own artist?
Yeah, well, for me, going on The Voice was really, I did it for like personal reasons, because I wanted to kind of overcome that fear of big stages and singing in front of a bunch of people. I was doing a lot of covers in bars and restaurants and gigs here and there back at that time. So I was kind of always playing in the background. So going there for me was kind of, it was a personal challenge of saying, okay, I'm going to try to see if I can overcome this amount of stress, and if I can perform and be myself and like go on television and just be true to who I am, I guess. So I kind of stick to that while doing The Voice. So for me, it was a super positive experience because I kind of stick to that. I was like, okay, I'm not going to go try and be anyone else. I'll do my thing. If it works for the show, it works. If it doesn't, well, it's just not right for the show. So it doesn't mean like I have to choose a different career to like not go forward with singing and stuff. So that was kind of my mindset while doing it, which paid off a lot for me because, well, I didn't stay very long. I stayed for 2 shows, so I left for the battle rounds, which I think helps me to not keep that stamp because I kind of had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Mm-hmm. So since I left pretty quickly, I guess people don't remember me for the girl on The Voice, which is pretty cool.
Obviously why I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, but still, I mean, it comes up, and but I feel like, it's not gonna. People don't recognize me for that, I guess, anymore. It's more for my own songs now, which is pretty cool. But it gave me it's like a huge advertisement. It's free advertisement in front of 2.5 million people who watch the show. And so, and it kind of gave me that confidence boost coming out of the show, being like, okay, so it didn't work on the show, but it still means I can do my stuff. And then you have people writing to you on social media like, oh, I love your voice. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe there's a public or there's an audience for what I'm doing. And so maybe I could just release something and people will actually listen to it. So it kind of gave me a push in the right direction to do this record, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, there are people commenting as such on this live stream now, so you're doing something right.
Sweet. Oh, nice. Thank you.
We've got one more for us
Thanks,
today.
Mom. I'll give you and my brother $20. I'll pay you guys off later. Kidding.
Oh, we've got rearranging.
Yes.
Ooh,
Changing
okay.
setup. So this is our last song, I guess. It was a pleasure to be here. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to your tour dates afterwards.
Yeah,
so.
okay. We're actually playing tomorrow night at Rockwood Music Hall here in New York.
Exactly.
City. First headlining show ever in New York, in the States, actually.
Excellent.
Which is really exciting. And I guess that's it. My first record's out. This song is called Sidewalks. It's on the record. It's a beautiful love song. This one is less depressing than the others, which is good. Lady dressed in black, sitting by the bar, who's she looking at?
gives her butterflies. Sparks fly through dark skies, and he looks wonderful. He sat by her side, talking to a friend she hoped he'd notice she was there, sipping on her drink alone. Sparks fly through dark skies, and she looks wonderful. Sidewalks dressed up in the night, talk, flickering lights glow on faces. Sparks fly through dark skies, and they look wonderful. Lady dressed in black, talking to the boy that she just met. Excitement's in the air when lovers share their first embrace. Sparks fly through dark skies, and they look wonderful. Sidewalks dressed up in the night, talk, flickering lights glow on faces. Sparks fly through dark skies, and sidewalks dressed up in the night, talk, flickering lights glow on faces. Sparks fly through dark skies, and they look wonderful.
Merci. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Again, Gabrielle will be at Rockwood tomorrow night, and then on tour mostly through Canada,
Yeah.
on and off into February of next year. Thank you so much for being here with us today. This was just
Thanks for
beautiful.
having us.
And best of luck to
Thank you so much.
Come
This
back
is so much
anytime.
fun. Thank you.
Au revoir.
Yes. Au revoir. She's good. Thank you, guys.